The cryptocurrency market crashed. Here's how industry leaders can improve things. The recent cryptocurrency crash provides an opportunity for companies in the decentralized finance space to reconsider how the entire system operates. And it gives us a chance to rebuild it, says Railgun chief scientist Kieran Mesquita. There are steps crypto companies and projects can take right now to secure and stabilize the future of decentralized finance, DeFi. Because cryptocurrency projects cannot exist without their investors, they must broaden their target audience, accept responsibility for educating them, and look beyond moonshots. If cryptocurrencies are to be considered true currencies, they must begin to behave like them. A diverse range of investors is essential. Cryptocurrency, like any currency, thrives when it is held by a diverse group of people in a variety of situations. Consider this. Everyone, everywhere has a fiat bill or coin in their possession, regardless of their socioeconomic background. This is what cryptocurrency should strive for. The best way to increase the reliability of crypto is to spread it as widely as possible. Corporations with DeFi investments are compelled to play it safe in order to safeguard shareholder interests. Hedge funds can take big risks because they have the financial wiggle room to make risky bets on various coins and tokens. Day traders add depth to the distribution, which can keep currencies from tipping too quickly. When will we get to the point where we can find casual investors anywhere? To get there, industry leaders must create technology that is simple to understand, simple to use, and, most importantly, simple to access. The current system of heavily centralized cryptocurrency distribution betrays both its premise and its promise. Investors in cryptocurrency. How can business leaders deal with this problem? By identifying target investors and users in the same way that successful businesses do. Rather than courting whales, blockchain projects should focus on attracting and retaining a diverse range of investors. Companies like E-Trade and Charles Schwab are aware of the popularity of cryptocurrency and provide guidance to their clients. The potential for crypto projects to court the same investors who put their long-term investments in these companies is growing. No one invests their entire pension in a single stock in fiat, so why do many crypto projects assume investors will do the same in crypto? Recent weeks have demonstrated that portraying cryptocurrency as a get-rich-quick scheme is a fool's errand. Leaders in the industry must present their ideas as steady, long-term projects. Now is the time to stop viewing cryptocurrency as a modern form of gambling and instead demonstrate its utility as a decentralized currency designed for the long game. To do so, blockchain projects must be clear about who they are, what their long-term goals are, and what they hope to achieve with their project. On our website, Railgun prioritized transparency by listing our core team members, their individual credentials, and links to professional pages. When potential investors look at our project, they already know who we are and what qualifications we possess. Allow potential investors to learn about your business model. The most significant difference between cryptocurrency and fiat is the volatility of cryptocurrency's value. This can be fantastic for early investors, but the singular desire to find a coin or token that will go to the moon ends up destroying the opportunity for those currencies to have functional value outside of being a security. If DeFi leaders truly want to see cryptocurrency adoption and success, they must do what any large movement does: invest in educating people at all levels of the game. Crypto projects should leverage their most valuable asset, grassroots communication, to be as transparent as possible. A shareholder meeting is required for publicly traded companies once a year. Crypto projects should do it monthly, if not weekly, and actively invite community members to ask questions to our development team in real time. Do your own research, DYOR, is the mantra of cryptocurrency, but successful and trustworthy projects should be upfront and forthcoming about the risks associated with using the protocol, as well as the future of our developments. Crypto industry leaders must assist people's individual research by providing as much information and access as possible, as frequently as possible. The era of a blockchain project gaining traction with broad plans and hazy roadmaps must come to an end. We spend a lot of time and energy at Railgun explaining our technology to our community and answering all of their questions. We can foster a culture of constant knowledge sharing by prioritizing access. This does not need to be radical, it simply needs to be consistent. This consistency has been achieved through weekly DAO-wide Discord calls and bi-weekly Medium blog posts. Take advantage of higher education opportunities. Another way blockchain projects can educate a diverse range of potential investors is to encourage university-level formalized study of blockchain technology, cryptography, and decentralized finance. It is assumed that students can study fiat economics in college. Now that cryptocurrency has become a force to be reckoned with, our industry leaders must shift their focus to developing foundations for and professors of blockchain technology. CoinDesk has already begun ranking the best universities for blockchain studies on an annual basis. There is currently a push in European universities, such as the University College of London or Oxford, to foster deep tech's future, and the community is contributing to this trend. IOTA, for example, recently donated to Imperial College to research distributed ledger technology, and other top projects are involved in similar initiatives. These students could be the next generation of cryptologists, data scientists, and blockchain developers. Why shouldn't the cryptocurrency industry attract these new talents? Don't be afraid to dress like a traditional finance firm. The main issue that crypto is facing is that many potential investors are still skeptical, particularly those outside the tech scene, and who can blame them after this crash? The cryptocurrency industry currently functions like a dysfunctional religious sect, with privileged information shared through gated channels and supporters kept entertained through flashy distractions. YouTube personalities function similarly to pastors, building a following that is monetized through the celebrity cult. The real work of educating the public about cryptocurrency has fallen to reporters and periodicals who produce an endless stream of intro to crypto listicles and blockchain deep dives. The future of cryptocurrency has currently been placed squarely on the shoulders of journalists, who are tasked with a plethora of what is X articles when everyone would benefit from journalists who have the time and space to investigate the why behind the technologies. Crypto Brothers. Finally, narrowly educating tech-savvy crypto brothers who are already in the know via Discord channels and tech-heavy, esoteric platforms is detrimental to the interests of crypto companies and blockchain projects. If decentralized finance is to become mainstream finance and eventually replace fiat, a full-scale pivot to education with the same ubiquity and veracity that traditional fiat requires is required. For the variety of ways education and access are provided to the general population, the industry should look to more traditional finance. For example, crypto and blockchain projects can hold public and easily accessible workshops in the same way that banks and fund managers do. There are newsletters and magazines published by major fiat institutions that cater to young investors, older investors, and investors with families. The Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, a non-profit organization based in the United States, offers an investment education program. Hargreaves Lansdown in the United Kingdom provides a wealth of free resources to help beginners understand portfolio building. These targeted educational outreach methods are designed to provide financial literacy to specific demographics. In our case, we've discovered that hosting weekly calls outlining everything about our technology, smart contracts, and cryptography is the best way to educate our community. The cryptocurrency industry can make changes right now. The cryptocurrency industry has experienced and will continue to experience crashes. However, future crashes can be avoided if companies use this opportunity to rethink their strategy. This may imply abandoning the go big or go home mentality in order to make more room for projects that seek slow and steady growth. As soon as the market begins to rise again, this window of opportunity will close, and everyone in DeFi will be crossing their fingers and praying that the blockchain looks favorably on their investments. Crypto does not have to operate in this manner, and the time has come to make positive changes based on what has worked well for traditional currencies.